small to deal with the plenty fortress. The most he can maybe do here is push into this gold base, but I don't think he's even going to be able to do that because his force is just too small.
But this is exactly what Naive wants. He's trying to push in to do damage to a base that has no income coming anymore.
Yeah.
There's there's not even any major tech structures that Naive really probably cares about at this point in that base, as he's going mainly just for Marine and Marauder push.
I mean, I think Lazy really needed an earlier expansion. Definitely, or a much stronger push to take out that gold. Once that gold started to kick in, the Terran was really just able to use that resource advantage to leverage his mid-game, 2 expansions from his mid-game, which is a really interesting use of that gold mineral patch. Normally you'd use it to fuel a really strong push, but it seems like Terran used it in even a more defensive way as to give himself an army advantage mid-game, which he used to secure those 2 expansions. Really interesting, smart play by him.
And Naive being super aggressive on his macro game here, just expanding. He's expanding like a Zerg player, and it's usually rare to see a Terran player expand this much and have this many expansions over his opponent and still have the opponent in the game. It's just testament to how good Lazy is playing, keeping himself viable for this.
Yeah, Lazy really is trying to just stay in the game at this point. I don't think he's really had a strong advantage yet once during the game, but somehow still going.
And now Lazy, seeing that this is mined out, hopefully he decides to focus on another base besides this, because he is just asking to have his army worn down and to be overrun in his just about mined out main at this point.
Yeah.
Being chased away by this huge force. There are now tanks on the map. But still a sizable force here, and these beautiful force fields by Lazy, cutting up this Terran army, but these tanks in siege mode just destroying everything in its path. But these charge zealots so strong,
and the Colossus also so strong and so capable at killing infantry that I think this is going to turn out into an even fight. And with Terran having had a much larger army going into that counter.
I cannot believe how long Lazy is staying in this game.
Really holding on with an iron skeletal grip.
And just look at this. All of these probes just collecting on one resource field with 15 minerals left.
See, that's really what's going to kill him, because right now his income is so low, down to 100 minerals per minute, I think. And so really he really needs an expansion. He really has needed an expansion for a long time.
To be honest, I feel like it's too late for an expansion.
I think it might be too late.
There we go.
He is GG from lack of minerals.
All right. So we're going. Okay, so let's get right on to game 2 then on Desert Oasis.
All right, so Desert Oasis, let's see. We have a Protoss versus a Terran. How much you want to bet we see Void Rays versus Banshees?
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. The Void Rays would win, I guess, right?
These 2 players are good, and so I don't see them going cheese tactics, but maybe they will.
Thing is, it's not necessarily cheesy. It's a valid build order, especially on a map like this. Whereas if you did that every game that you played, I would not necessarily. I would maybe call it cheese, but on a map like this where the flying distance between bases is just so short, so much shorter than the walk around distance, I just think that that it's actually a pretty smart play.
And check out this APM for Lazy, just already at 200, just getting his hands warmed up. And so down at the south part of Desert Oasis, Naive, as Terran, of course, just going for his barracks.
Yeah. So, now this is a really interesting place to build the barracks as Terran. Normally, I would really expect to see him building the barracks at his choke, right?
Yeah, but a lot of Terran players these days just aren't walling off their choke. Just seems to be some kind of general vibe.
That's so weird, because especially on a map like this, you can, because it's such a long walk around distance, you can essentially guarantee that you won't let your opponent scout into your base if you wall off the main. It just seems like an odd choice to me for placement.
Yeah, well, maybe he has some kind of plan for it, and maybe he's just feeling good about that win from game 1 and thinking, you know what, I can take some chances and I can let the Lazy into my base and do whatever he wants. So we do have a tech lab going down on that barracks, and for Lazy, just the standard gateway. No gas, just a simulator going down right now.
A simulator, then a pylon, then a cybernetics core.
Spending his chrono boost on the probes, not saving them for anything, so don't think we'll have any kind of early push
just
here from Lazy.
Just following that very standard Protoss opener that pretty much leads into every other Protoss build order deviation.
Oh, but we do have a Reaper being trained up for Naive.
Nice move by Naive. That's something we haven't seen yet at all in the tournament. Is a Reaper harass. It's very effective against a Protoss player. Really, the Protoss has to build Stalkers, or he will lose an insane amount of probes.
Especially
to the Reaper harass.
because this area right here with these cliffs, it is so easy for a Reaper to just jump up, hit a probe once or twice, jump back down.
Yeah.
And really, it's been shown so many times that standard Reaper opening for Terran doesn't really set them back at all. That a lot of times it's worth it even just to get that scout, to try to get, even if you get 2 kills in, you've kind of justified your purchase.
But not when you hire a retarded Reaper that has seizures. No, you're absolutely right, Guns Akimbo. And I think that essentially, one Reaper can kill a Zealot because the Reapers are so much faster than the Zealots that they have all the time in the world to run away, shoot, and they can essentially kite the Zealots to death and then start killing probes. So you really do need to get that Stalker out early. I'm really curious to see. And he does in fact have the Cybernetics core, so he can make that Stalker, and he is in fact starting to build a Stalker, so a nice awareness by Lazy, because I wonder, did he scout the... He definitely didn't see the Reaper, but he might have scouted the tech lab. I don't know.
I will check in a minute, but we do have this Reaper in the base.
Is the Stalker going to get out in time? That's really the question. It looks like it will, and once the Stalker gets out, this Reaper harass will essentially be negated.
Oh, and such a shame. Not even a single kill, but maybe he could use that to keep scouting the map. Maybe, just keep... keeping Lazy in his base right here, but again, we do see a
proxy Stargate.
Yeah.
For Lazy, and making a Void Rays. That's a really awesome positioning. I've never seen that exact positioning before for a proxy on this map. Usually it would be like in the middle of the map towards the Zelnaga Watchtower, but that positioning is really cool. And I think it will catch the Terran off guard because he is expanding early.
Exactly. Does he have anything in his base right now to deal with this?
No, he really has no units other than a Marauder and that 2 Marauders and that 1 Reaper,
which obviously cannot hit air. So this Void Ray is going to get by without any difficulty. We do have an engineering bay down, so turrets can be built. Hopefully quickly enough, but not quick enough because the Void Ray is in the base.
Here we go. The Void Ray's in the base, and it's going to just start killing stuff like so fast.
Charging up on the supply depot, and then he's going to just start going and killing every SCV he can or anything that's in his way.
And really, even though he didn't get any kills right now, he did all he wanted to because the income for the Yellow Terran is 0, and that's really what you want out of this situation. He is setting his opponent so far behind right now.
Wow. And there's 1 Marine trying to get any hit on this Void Ray, trying to get protection under the command center, but it is not enough. I don't know what Naive can do right now. He needs to start building
He's going to have to
turrets.
He's going to have to move to his natural. That command center is dead. I don't know what he can do to save that command center.
We do have 2 Marauders rushing across the map, hoping to find an unguarded Protoss base.
And
Naive GGing. Wow. Okay.
So wow, that game was really fast. We made those guys wait like an extremely long time.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
So we are going to be moving on to the 3rd and final game, which is not yet done.
It's in progress.
So hopefully that means it's a nice, long, epic game for everybody that takes place on Lost Temple, I believe?
Yeah, Lost Temple. So
All
we'll
right.
see you there. So this is StarCraft2Forum.org's Mega PC Tournament Finals between Naive and Lazy. This is the 3rd game on Lost Temple.
The 3rd and final game. Whoever wins this gets this crazy PC. It's worth like a lot of money.
Yeah, it's got an i5 Intel processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM,
and tons of wires.
And beautiful women within it.
Really?
I don't know about that part.
And USB squirt replays inside.
Yeah, no, we don't want to talk about that.
Sorry.
Not everything is Zerg.
I know, there's been no Zerg in the late games of this tournament, so I'm a little pissed off, and you're going to hear that rage and angst. We do have the opponents on the far sides of the map across from each other on Lost Temple.
I'm excited about these positions because I'd love to see a long game where both players get multiple bases and really macro up.
Yeah.
And we already know that this game is very, very long. We don't know how long exactly because we didn't watch it and we didn't check the replay, but we know it's long, and hopefully it's epic, so...
And now, crossing paths, I wonder if Naive saw that probe and then changed his mind to bring his SCV straight down to the Protoss's main base to get the early scout. However, Lazy won't be far behind him as he is headed towards the second position on the map, which is where he will find his friend.
We should probably give a final shout out to the sponsors, to the awesome sponsors of this tournament.
Yep, if you can find the paper.
Yep. That would be NVIDIA, Antec, Razer, Patriot Memory, and Shock's Starcraft 2 Guide. So thank you. This has been an awesome tournament.
Yep.
Thanks to you guys.
And I'm Guns Akimbo from Starcraft Amateur Hour.
I'm Negative Suns, also from Starcraft Amateur Hour. Check out Starcraft Amateur Hour at starcraft.org. We take community replays and we cast them every week.
So, just these two probes and SCVs just fighting it out, everybody's just fighting right now, wants that PC, and this probe is going to kill him for that PC. Oh my god,
Probe
Lazy
gets the
gets
PC.
the probe. Gets the SCV, I'm sorry.
Probe gets the Mega PC.
The probe wins?
Yeah, the probe wins the whole tournament.
All right. So, it looks like second probe being sent down to keep checking on,
Yeah.
checking on what's up. So we do have gateway into Cybercore for Lazy. Again, he's using all of his chrono boosts to pump out these probes. Nothing's being saved for any kind of early push. Lost Tempo is too big of a map to do any kind of really effective rush, though, it has been done before. And so for Naive...
Well, especially in these starting positions. In these starting positions, it's going to be really hard to pull off a rush. This is really a long, long walk. This map is much bigger than it seems. And the walk from north to south is just incredibly long. I like this full wall off by Naive. I love it when Terrans wall off because it's like what they're meant to do.
And once again, we have Lazy going for a Stargate, maybe hoping to catch... it was successful for the last game.
Yeah.
Maybe catching his opponent off guard. It is just a little bit tough with Void Rays on this map to get into the main.
But the Terran player Naive building a Ghost Academy, a very early Ghost Academy.
Where?
Somewhere. I don't know.
It's a Ghost Academy or a refinery?
No, it's a Ghost Academy, dude. I saw it on the map.
Oh, hidden.
Hidden
Wow, there
Ghost
we
Academy.
go. So well hidden that even we couldn't find it.
We could not find it at all. Wow, nice job, Naive. And so I wonder if he's going to be going for a fast ghost push. A lot of times, there's a really technical push that Terran can do with a bunch of Marauders, a few Marines, and some early Ghosts for EMP, because EMP just does essentially an insane amount of damage to all of the Protoss units that it hits. And they use that EMP to essentially really push the Protoss hard early.
But really, in my head... Just because I think it'd be cool, I would love to see like 14 nukes in this map.
That would also.
If we see a
awesome.
single nuke in this game, I'm gonna throw my beer at the screen.
Yeah, I'll pour it over the mic so they can hear the fizzle as it drifts down.
As it drifts down my $100 microphone that we're using. And the first Void Ray out, it looks like it's going to be making its way quickly across the map, hoping to get any kind of charge up, any kind of kill. We will see.
We'll see.
We will see. I guess we will. And the Stalker...
Now, the only thing is that Ghost is not going to be too great against the Void Rays that are coming at it, because the Ghost does not do very good damage to anything, really. Sorry, we had a little... we had some... beautiful woman ran in here with no clothes, and we had to tell her to leave
the
because
Stalker
we're busy casting Starcraft.
poking up the Void Ray, trying to get any kind of damage done. These only three Marines out, and one Ghost, which can do a lot of damage, even with its sniping rounds.
Yeah, but it cannot snipe
EMP
any of these
going
units
down.
because they are not biological. But the EMP will be just as good, if not better, and now the Marines will probably, I think, be able to kill the Void Ray. Yes.
Oh my god, those two Stalkers and those Void Rays shields just demolished from that EMP.
That's how strong EMP is. It's really the most underrated ability that Terran has versus Protoss. Everyone should be using EMP against Protoss every game as Terran.